Starting lineups and first half kickoff is next from Sports Illustrated Stadium. This is the NWSL on CBS.
That beat Washington away from last time out. Jess Carter and Gabby Porchillo out with injury. Haley Martin moves into defense, Taryn Torres into midfield, and Ella Stevens in that wide area. All the defeats and the issues they've had this season, it's an unchanged team.
And it's not surprising because at this point in time, you do want to have some semblance of consistency when the emotions are high after a coaching change. Staub or Caro, they're the vocal leaders on that back line. They're going to have to be the ones that dictate when they're going to play direct and when they're going to keep possession.
And Chicago Stars coming in off that defeat against San Diego Wave, which proved to be the last game for Lord Donaldson as we're underway from SI Stadium as Gotham FC play host to Chicago Stars in the NWSL. Gotham returning home from 9 days on the road. It's an early chance here for Ludmila to get forward, and Ludmila with an interesting run.
Szupanski lifting into that danger area, and it deflects as far as Stevens, and still out here for Sonnet, and left for Jace. Gets her strike wrong at the vital moment. They have room to hit into. Howell was tracking it, but nodded away. He turned there from Torres, and still plenty of room for that second cross to be delivered. Lifted in from Howell, and arriving is Sonnet. Couldn't keep her header down, right on the doorstep. That is a big chance missed from Emily.
Instead of forcing it, just putting it back, she spreads it out wide, and that's what allows this play to develop. It's a wonderful ball to that back post. The bend on it meets the head of Sonnet.
Launched in and will bounce down. And the first time strike from Stevens. As well tracked there by Nair, never really troubled by it. Ella Stevens taking her opportunity, the former Chicago player.
Who is it once again? Torres just going to ground, timing that tackle perfectly. Allows for Stevens to be able to take that shot first time. Takes a little glance over her shoulder to see where Alyssa Nair is.
Torres going through to try and win it that time, but well kept by Franklin. No chance for Schlegel to get forward. Deliberating, running at this defense, and eventually playing wide with Joseph. Here's Jamise Joseph trying to get the beating of Martin, and still Joseph with a block coming in, and the referee has given a penalty.
Sure what the call is, but finding space, composure.
It does seem as though right now the big point of contention, as the referee will go to the screen, take a further look at it. It does seem as though the point of contention at the moment is whether or not Lily Reel touched the ball in this challenge, and is that enough to negate the rest of the challenge that she puts in? So this is the view of what Adare Monroy will be taking a look at.
She does touch it right there, and then coming through. I actually think that this one might be called back because Lily Reel does get a touch right there. It's a slightest of touches.
Is that enough to
overturn,
overrule, which was the broader idea of it being a foul committed there by Lily Reel? Long delay in the game. And now after the check, no penalty. So she gave it, but I guess that touch of the ball from Lily Reel was enough. Ella Stevens just want to get inside of Bigalski. Ella Stevens! And Nair was wrong-footed for a moment, but recovered well to make the save. Stevens. And lifting in and headed away from Franklin. So far, only 6 touches for Esther and the game as the halftime whistle goes and we go to the break. Goalless from New Jersey as Gotham FC. From that to being ready to play against Chicago Stars.
The same stance, I think.
As we're underway with these second 45 minutes. Should be a fun one. A deflection and pouncing onto it is Howell. Here's Jalen Howell off the crossbar. Sweetly struck there, and Alyssa Nair will be...
There's the pass, and it does get caught up from Szupanski, but it's really well read from Jalen Howell. Just steps to it first, gets herself in a really good position to get all of that. Nair was beaten, but rescued by the crossbar.
Grateful there that the woodwork denied her. Purse to go again. Cutting and turning and eventually run into the trouble into B. Franklin. Get behind the team. Astaire tracking this one. It comes to her as Staub misjudged that header. Here is Astaire. And combining with Howell, who turned for Szupanski. Just a bit too much left of it there, and a great sliding intervention there from Franklin. And now Joseph takes off running beyond Szupanski, and still Jamise Joseph will take it on herself, and the palm up from Ann-Katrin Berger. Terrific save at the end of a wonderful individual run there.
Astaire not happy at all. She wanted the ball back. Is picked off, and then allows for Jamise Joseph to go on this run. And what a hit that is to force the save. And we talked about it on the penalty kick that was called back. Just her decisiveness to run it back lines, to go herself.
Into a game here when Gotham need some creativity in the last 10 minutes. Lifted into that danger area and headed away as far as Real. Take the strike on Lily Real. Never really troubling Alyssa Nair. Track it as well as Real. Back heel, back towards Purse. Her cross with Witham arriving, and the header was on target. Sent forward, and now Gotham will go again. Howell, 3 options running with her. Howell in towards Midge Purse, who will send it low, and the first time strike is on! Big chance there for Witham at the last, denied by Nair.
To come up with a big save, they're defending well. It's just about taking chances on the other end, but this is a big time save from Alyssa Nair. It's a little cutback ball. Mac Witham stays out of it initially. She's able to come onto it in the last second.
And now the full-time whistle is fully confirmed. Bit of an awkward one there, but Chicago with a point much needed on the day.